Hi guys, welcome to my Flosstube. My name is Emily and you're very welcome here. It is the 2nd of November, we're into November, so everything's getting a bit Christmassy around in the shops and everything here. And it is 20 to 11 in the morning. I have background noise. I've got both of the wee beasties are in here and they're kind of fighting in the corner, so we may or may not be visited by the kittens who are getting large and feisty. So they're bimbling around. I'm here to talk about my cross stitch. I'm back in my bedroom using the fancy camera back in my bedroom because there's actually some natural light today. This is the first day it has not rained for about a week. The golf course where I work in the clubhouse has been closed for 6 days. It's been so wet, it's been closed for 6 days. Sorry, I'm still drinking coffee. But there we go. Right, so I've actually done quite a lot of cross stitch this week. In the last 10 days I've done 12,300 stitches, so about 1,200 stitches a day. But I'm not going to make the 100,000 in 100 days because that finishes really soon, and I'm trailing by about, I think I'm going to hit about 75,000 stitches, which is still a lot of stitches to have done in 100 days. I know that. I will do a final count up, but I am not going to be a stitch master. Never mind, hey. Right, this week I have been completely obsessed with some different things. Partly because, and of course I've totally not prepared, so I haven't got my stuff. I'm going down there. Partly because I found, finally, my little fire tablet. This little cheapy thing, I don't know if any of you, some of my older people might remember, I bought this for £30 last year in the on Black Friday, and it was down at £30. And I was going to be using it for Pattern Keeper. Well, I obviously put Pattern Keeper on it, and I have got 6 patterns on this, and when I lose this, I can't stitch on those 6 patterns. So I cleared the space there where my desk is going to be going very shortly. Still probably not this week. It had slipped under the bed, so it's found. So that has enabled me to get on with a couple of other pieces that I haven't done for a while. Billy's about to get himself into loads of trouble. Billy, are you going to not do that? Come here. Bill, come up here and say hello. He won't come up here and say hello. So, shall I just show you some cross stitch? So I pulled out, because I've been wanting to stitch on it, still in a Q-snap, my biggest piece from the Cross Stitch Studio. It's called The Better to See You With, and I adore this piece, but I appreciate that the odds of me getting it finished are probably slim to none. Now I will put a big picture of it just here of what it will look like eventually, because yeah, I'm a long way off. So when I picked it up, I might have taken a picture. If I took a picture of it when I picked it up, I'm going to put it here. And what I've decided to do, it's huge by the way. Now some of you will remember that I started this as my New Year New Start. It's on 20 count Ada, pre-gridded 20 count Ada. As you can see, it's not gridded. It was pre-gridded and it was very stiff, but I gridded it up with a pen that wasn't an appropriate fabric marker pen, and then I panicked and I put it in the washing machine. So, oh, my kittens are marauding. So anyway, what I did, I have gridded up a small area with my pen, and I decided that I was going to try and find something interesting, some colour other than the blue sky. You can see I started in the corner, and this corner here is pretty much there. Little tiny corner, like 1%. I'm on like a 1.5% or something of this huge piece. So what I did was, where I'd had the lines, the 50s and the 100s, this is the 100 stitch line, I've kind of followed the colour down. I've done a line down, and then where the 50 is, I've done some stitches there, and that's the 100, I've done some stitches across. So I'm trying to sort of grid it because I want to be stitching about here, because that's where the green is, the trees are, and it should be. Here's Bella. Bella came close enough. Here's a Bella Boo. She is still growing rapidly. This is the size my kitten is, and she is, as you can see, very wriggly. She's a very wriggly kitten. She's very loving. She's an absolute lap cat. She comes and curls up in any kind of lap, and she's now walking across the box. We're on 2 storage boxes, my thread box and a floss box, and that's why you've just wiggled about there, because she just walked across the edge of one of the boxes just to be bad. So I put in about 1,300 stitches into this, and they're mostly down here. Mostly the stitches coming down here is what I put in. But now that I've found my 5 tablet, I mean momentarily, I'm probably going to lose it again very shortly, because that's generally what happens, isn't it? I can get on and put a few stitches into this every now and again. Hey, Bill, stop it. There's a lot of loose stuff there that he's very interested in. Billy, what you doing? He's just there. If he comes up, I'll grab him, but I don't think he'll come up. So, the other piece that I picked up that I have been unable to put down, actually, and you're going to see a dramatic difference in this, is called Landscape 73, Landscape 70 something. There's Billy. I hope he was on camera, because he just sniffed back behind. See if I can grab him. Oh, I've got him. Here's Billy. He's a belly on legs, is Billy. Here's Bill. See, he's a little smaller, and he's got a different... Billy! He's got a different sort of face to Bella. He's not going to be turned around. Here he is. Here. There he is. See, he's got a little different sort of face. Go on then. He didn't like that at all. He's like, I'm out of here now. He did not like being handled there. They're very wriggly kittens. You know, they're like slippery fish. But they're wonderful. And they maraud around the house as like a team. Eric's totally on board, totally accepted. There's the 3 of them now. And that's just wonderful. So, this is... I can't even tell you what it's called, because on my pattern keeper it's called Please Email to Emily, because I downloaded it onto Robin's tablet and then and said I've named it, you'll find it and email it me. So I am currently at 70%. There's should be, hopefully, a photograph here of what it looked like when I found my tablet. Are you ready? I've done lots. Here is where it is now. So I got this from... It's an Etsy store called 2x2 Cross Stitch, which I will endeavour to put across here. She's got lovely patterns. She always has a sale. You can pick her patterns up between £3 and £5, so like $5–6 at the most, I should think. And that's where I am, and I can't put it down. So I've got 30% left to go, and it's just the bottom half of this circle. This is on 16 count, pre-gridded Ada. It was the piece I cut off the side of my Mandy Manzano aerial. And I think that's looking absolutely lovely. It's all my favourite colours. And I've put in a lot. I still have the stars are not filled in yet. It is obviously full coverage. I haven't filled the stars in yet. I think I'm probably going to ratchet out my spool of white diamant for that, even though I detest using it. It'll be a lovely effect of the stars, so I probably will force myself. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I'm going to force myself to use the diamant, I think. I mean, I can't detest it, it's awful, but there we go. So that was that. I did do a little bit more on my Snow Wizard. I'm just looking at my crib sheet there of things I've done. So I'll pull that. Oh, we just tipped a whole load of stuff. Oh, which is what always happens in my house. Here's Snow Wizard. It looks like I put in just under 2,000 stitches on this, so I'm thinking it probably looks a little bit more filled in than it did before. I think this bit here has been filled in. I think I'm trying to fill in this bit log here. Oh dear, excuse me. That's because the house is very dusty. So that's where I've got to on that one. Still chugging along. I'm sneezing like crazy. Right. Okay, something else I've worked on. The Better to See You With. Oh, I know I've done that. I just read it and read the wrong thing. Troubled Water. The What the Cat Saw. Said I was going to work on this, and I did. And I just left my needle hanging in it, like I do. So here is where I got to on this. There we go. So I did indeed start to fill in the window frame there. Some of the blues in. And you can see there's a couple of outlined tentacles there. I nearly said something else then, that wasn't what the word I was looking for. Tentacles, not the other thing. Outlined there. So I did a little bit on that. We're only talking 200 stitches. Oh, I can't know why, I'm still sneezing. Okay, and then I worked mostly day after day on my landscape there. And then I pulled out my modern folk embroidery because I needed something quick to grab. That was Saturday. Lizzie went for her scan on Saturday. She was a really good girl about it. There was a big crash from downstairs. She was a really good girl about it. No problems getting her done and in the scan. And so I took my modern folk embroidery with me because it only has 2 colours. So I can easily take it along. And I finished February. Don't know if there's a picture here. Maybe not, of where I was. And then I started on March. The kittens are marauding. And here is where I am. So I am nearly at halfway through March, and you can see, so I'm kind of stitched it in order there. And I am indeed nearly halfway through March. You can see now it is going to fit on this beautiful piece of Be Stitch Me fabric. And I'm very, very happy. I've been stitching on it again this morning, and I've put in lots of stitches, and I'm going to try and get March done very shortly. And then I'll just download April. I just go back to the website and just download the next piece. And then I think when I get to September, I can download them from my emails, because that's when I bought it, I think. So anyway, there's my modern folk embroidery, which I'm really, really pleased with. I use DMC's 333 and 155 for that, on that beautiful piece of Be Stitch Me fabric. I've had a couple of people ask me about my fabrics. The Be Stitch Me fabrics were a very wonderful gift. I think there's 4 pieces of it, and I think I now have 4 things going on my 4 beautiful pieces. And yeah, so they're wonderful. Then I don't think they're very easy to get hold of in the UK. They were sent to me from America, and yeah, I'm very lucky to have them, and I know that. And the pieces of Laguna that I use, I've hand dyed. They mostly come in white or cream. I think I used a pale green piece as well, but I hand dye them. There are videos of me making a mess and dyeing my fabrics, so they're around. So I've done that, and then I think Saturday, I think it might have been Friday or Saturday, a new long dog was released. A limited edition long dog was released. She released 227 copies of Forbidden Fruit, and I nearly missed it, because I'm not meant to use my phone at work, so I literally popped through just to check that everybody was okay after school and that everybody was where they should be. Clicked into Instagram, and there it was looking at me, and I thought, oh my god, something's come out. And I literally clicked to her website, put it in my basket and checked it out before I even read the blurb. Now the blurb is hilarious, absolutely hilarious, and it's gone now. So I'm going to, but I screenshot it. So for those who didn't get round to getting onto the website to read her blurb or is in her Long Dog page, here, this is what she put. This is it here, forbidden fruit, and there's Adam and Eve in the buff. Right, Long Dog samplers. If you're pious, prudish or a prig, if you're easily shocked, unworldly or offended by nudity, if you're sickened by smut, reviled by lewd humour or of a hysterical nature, then please don't visit the other stuff page of the Long Dog website at the moment, because its content is most definitely not for you. But if you're none of the above and are in fact broad-minded, laid back and titillated by the human form, then do by all means nip over there and have a look, as you're guaranteed to find yourself beguiled by Long Dog's latest avant-garde assault upon the world of 21st century samplers. Our new release, Forbidden Fruit, is a limited edition combo of tote bag and PDF chart. The former will be delivered by snail mail to the address on your order form, and the latter will arrive in your inbox, or occasionally your spam folder, as if by magic. There will only ever be 227 pairs of tote bag chart released on the first come first serve basis. Forbidden Fruit is an A&E star sampler, charted with both front and rear view of the couple, so it's entirely up to the individual which direction they decide to stitch. The full frontal view will only ever be revealed to those who join the 227 club and will not be shown by us anywhere else. We would ask you to respect this caveat and keep this secret should you decide to become a member of this exclusive stitching group. It will be for the 227 cognoscenti, not sure how to pronounce that word, to know the naked truth and the rest of the world, the rest of the stitching world to wander. Follow this link and carpe diem, carpe your plastic and carpe your bite of forbidden fruit while stocks last, but hurry because they're flying away like fig leaves in an autumn gale. And I was like, hell yes, that one's mine. So I've got one of the 227. I have my pattern fully. I printed it out just in case anything ever happened. I even printed it out. I have a hard copy just in case my phone voids, something awful happens and I don't have access to that PDF ever again. I made a hard copy. So I have it in my pattern keeper, but you know, shit happens sometimes and I would be absolutely lost because yes, Marcia, I've still not backed up my pattern keeper on my phone. And all those pattern keeper items on my phone are not backed up at all, as are none of my PDFs at all. I really should do that. See, I'll lose my phone tomorrow now. Anyway, obviously I had to start it immediately, and here is my start. I used another piece of this beautiful 40 count Stitch Me fabric. This one's called Marine, and it is, yeah, it's this colour. It's marine. It is slightly green turquoise and I love it. So I decided to go with, I've left my stitching halfway through a stitch, which is what I do. I decided to go with blues, navy blues, denim blues and purpley blues. So here's my start. Here's the first little bit where I've got some, okay, I can hear mouse scraffles. That's not a good sound to hear in your bedroom, is it? Mouse scraffles. It might be the guinea pig. Might be the guinea pig next door. Thought for a minute, oh my god, there's a mouse. But I've got cats everywhere. There's so many cats. Anyway, that was off-piste. So here we are. That's where I've got to so far. So the alphabet starts here. And here's my first wee beastie with a little birdie and a little bunny on his back. Some sort of little dragony thing. He looks a bit like a pelican dragon to me, because everybody needs a pelican dragon. So that's where I am, and my colour, I may or may not have taken a little video clip of this. If I have, I'm going to stick it at the end, because I did a bit of a colour pick in Hobbycraft with Lizzie and she filmed it, so I'm not too sure because I actually haven't even looked at it yet, and then when I got home I pulled some others. So what I'm going to try and do while I'm blabbering about nothing is just lay these out, but mostly I've just picked out the Denim Blues and I used my DMC chart, my DMC colour thingy, to help me find all the colours that I needed, and then I needed a lighter one, so I then pulled from Stash as well. So if I can get this picked up here, let's turn it around. So here basically are the colours I've decided on. As you can see, they are variations of navy blue, denim blues here, purpley blues here, and it'll just depend where I am and which bit I want to use the colour for. At the moment the denim blues look so good, I'm debating whether to add the purpley blues, but I know when I put the purpley blues in they'll look good too. And then I needed something light, so I picked up this, which looks like something that the cat threw up. It is in fact the remains of a skein of Quicksilver Dinky Dye, which is what I am using for my sadly timed out Castles in the Air. So I grabbed that, and that's the light colour on there. All the border I'm doing in Gentle Art Midnight because I have a 10-yard skein and part of a 5-yard skein, so I should have enough. And they actually are. There's no difference in the dye lot there. They look brilliant together, so I'm happy to carry on with them. And as for the Nudie Rudy bit here, Adam and Eve, I'm as yet undecided. I'm thinking I'm maybe going to stitch Adam from the back and Eve from the front, which obviously if I do stitch it I won't be able to show her full frontal. The full frontals are hilarious. Like, that's all I can say. If you were one of the ones that saw it in time and got it by the evening, it had gone from the website, so I've got to assume that she'd already, the 227 had been purchased. It was £22.70 and there was 227. Now what the significance of 227 is, I don't think we'll ever know, because she doesn't tend to, she tends to leave us all hanging, like everybody wonders what the letters are in Pandemic and things, because they mean something to her, but you know, she doesn't tell us, she doesn't share. So I love that. I love a little bit of secrecy like that. It's fantastic. It's obviously giving her a little giggle about something. But yeah, by the evening it had gone from the website, so obviously she had sold out the 222. Oh my god, Billy's wrapped in yarn. He's literally got like lines of yarn across him. I'm very tie-dye today. Flora and I bought this top to share, and it was clean, so I put it on. So what else can I show you? That was perfect timing. That's where that cuts out 23 minutes. So other things I can show you now. Yesterday, sorry Jennifer, I've not not messaged you because I was sort of sleeping yesterday. I got a parcel in the post, and it's a very noisy parcel because it has got runts in it, which are my dodgy American candy of choice. I love them, and it'll take me months to eat that box, unless my kids find it, in which case they'll be gone. But very luckily I was supplied with 2, so there's one for me and one for my kids to find, and they'll last me out. So I've been sent some blacks, which just look black, but they're not, of course. They're all completely different here. And this is to do the cat. And this is the piece of fabric that I'm going to do it on. It's a little scrap. It will fit just, but he's going to be a little pillow or something, so it doesn't matter. And I think this is what we call a yarn mop in yarn dyeing, people. It's like a fabric mop, and I think if I'm, yes, it's XG Design. So this is probably what she lays on her bench when she's dyeing, because to me this is not deliberate. She's either, because it's a tiny little piece and it's either done with a toothbrush or it's literally what happens when you dye, because there's little bits of all sorts on it. And it's grungy and it's gorgeous and I love it, and it is just a little me-sized piece, and he will fit right on this. It's 36 count, so I'll do it over 2 and he will fit on it. So this is what I'm using. It's called Midnight Ride, 7 by 13 it is. 36 count, so I got Edinburgh linen. Oh dear, oh dear. I always watch the NBC Nightly News in the morning because it's been uploaded to YouTube. Oh dear. And they're in Edinburgh. I can't even say it. And I was like, oh, please don't be in Edinburgh. Please be in Glasgow, because it's the big climate thing is in Glasgow. But of course they were in front of Edinburgh Castle, and it's Edinburgh. And I can't even say it. Like, and I was wincing watching the news, and I know that's terrible, but it is just up the road from me. But that's 2 hours up the road from me, and a bit. But yeah. Oh, he's chasing flies now. Billy's chasing flies. Why, there are still flies. Anyway, my little bugbear for the day. Poor old Lester, he got it wrong. Anyway, here we are. So, the colours I have to do Clive in, I've got Gentle Arts Witching Hour, and I think that's a 10-yard skein. As I say, they're black, black and black, but I'll sort it out. So there's that one. We've got Black Coffee, which has got the grey tones in it, and we've got Cast Iron Skillet, which is more blue tone. So Witching Hour is sort of a purple tone. I mean, they're all black. And then we've got, so there's my 3 there. Get my head out of the way so it'll focus on them. So I'll be starting that probably this week at some point. And then in my packet was 2 more Mill Hill kits. I have got the Bookseller and the Police Station, 2 of which I didn't own already. So now there's 14, which I'm sure will fit all on my piece of fabric. And then this one, which is completely different. This one is called Through the Woods. Now, did Sarah the Stitching Mommy stitch this? I think it might be the only time I've ever seen it. I have seen it, but I think it's different and special, and I love it. And the little button that comes with it, that's my dog. That there, that's my dog. I have a dog that looks just like that, literally. That's Jock. So I love it even more because it has a button of Jock. That's my dog. That's what he looks like. So, Stitchy Kindness. I knew was coming, but it was wonderful to get it, and a lovely card. And thank you very much. And I will ping you before I upload this to let you know, because it did come yesterday, and I was a bit crap, and I was really sleepy yesterday because of course I wasn't at work. So as soon as I'm not at work, I sleep. There seems to be work and sleep, and sometimes I can stitch too. So, I'm off work all this week. So I was off yesterday. I went in and had 2 cups of coffee with the lady I work with because I see her every day and it's going to be weird not seeing her, so I still went to work. I took the tea towels home. For some reason, all our tea towels that we use all smelt of vomit. I can't put it another way. They smelt of vomit, and all the tea towels and all like the mopping up cloths were just, they were gross. So I was like, I can't take it. I know I'm not going to be in this week, but I can't take these cloths smelling like this any longer. So I took them home, boil washed them with 2 really fragrant wash pods in, tumble dried them, ironed them and took them back yesterday morning, and now they kind of smell of nothing. They don't smell unpleasant, but they don't smell of puke. So I'm taking that as a win. So I dropped them off, had 2 cups of coffee, and then I went and did some shopping, and then I basically stitched and napped for the rest of the day, so I didn't get a terribly large amount of stuff done. And then today is Flosstube and stitching and cleaning up in the kitchen, which I've already done a good chunk of. I've got a lot of crap to skip out of the living room and stitching. And then tomorrow is my day out. I'm going to go and see Maddie. So tomorrow morning, this time tomorrow, I will still be on the train. I'll still be about an hour out of London by this time tomorrow. I'm not going into London. I'm getting off at Peterborough and then catching the train across to Cambridge from Peterborough. So that's tomorrow. Excuse me. So that's going to be lovely. So I'll spend the afternoon. I should get into Cambridge at about just before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'll spend all afternoon, the early evening with Maddie, and my train is, I think, 8:30 tomorrow night. And then Robin will come and get me from Newcastle at about midnight. So that's tomorrow. I imagine I'm going to be shattered on Thursday and will probably sleep all day. And then Friday it's going to be a mad scraffle just to make sure my work clothes are clean, and I've got a long day at work on Saturday and back to normal, back to my normal days, working from Saturday onwards, and I'll have had 5 days not there. So that'll be that. So that's my week. So for this week I've got a lot to get on with. I've got a lot of stitching to do. I'm going to sort myself out pieces to take with me tomorrow. I'm going to fill one floss box and probably take 3 or 4 projects and one of these. So 3 or 4 in one, so that I can rotate around as I see fit as the day goes on. I'm going to take a 40 count, I'm going to take you know, my 16 count, I'm going to take 14 count, I'm going to take things that I can easily, that aren't too big, probably a couple of long dogs, probably the Modern Folk Embroidery Sal, definitely this. I've got a real hanker to do that, and probably an Emma Congdon as well. I'll probably take one or possibly both of my Emma Congdons that I'm on at the minute, just so that I've got lots of different things to keep me busy, and if I get bored of one I can just pull out something else and carry on with that. Also, at some point while I'm off this week, it's funny what you find, isn't it? Oh, that's one of my first. A prototype face mask. Look at that batik. There we go. Well, I'll probably take this one with me tomorrow because it's big. And I think I have to wear one the whole time I'm on public transport. So I'll probably take that one. I've just found it. I don't make them that shape anymore. Anyway, just found that. So, I've got a whole box. And I mean a whole box. There's probably 200 in here of needle minders. My stamp needle minders. What have we got? Oh, some of these are a bit glued up together. They're a bit gummed up. Probably had a cat sticking on them. I've got Lord Nelson. I've got Jane Austen. I've got an Edwardian man. I've got a lighthouse. Oh, that one's good. Blood cells. God, everybody needs a blood cells needle minder, don't they? I've got the Alexandra Palace, and I've got a snowflake. A lot of these are Christmassy. Here's a lot of Christmassy ones. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Oh, that one's lovely. That one's from Guernsey. Anyway, I've got a lot of needle minders that need resin. There's that many of them that need resin. There's also a small bag of Lizzie things. Small bag of Lizzie Fimo in there. So I'm going to try and get these resined and magneted up. I've got hundreds of magnets. Resined up, magnets, and then we need to do a bit of a shop update. So hopefully that won't be too long. Full of Christmas goodies. I'm just beginning to feel like I'm catching myself up a little bit. I've still got a couple of bits and bobs outstanding. I'm aware. I am crap, I admit. But I'm going to aim to get back with the programme a little bit and maybe start doing my little giveaways again. Do you remember I used to do a giveaway with each Flosstube, and I was getting so far behind that I wasn't getting them out in the post, and it was getting a bit, I was just I was getting cross with myself because I wasn't getting things done. So we'll maybe go back to doing that again, which will be nice, won't it? Because I do like popping little bits and bobs in the post. And yeah, so that'll be me. I think there's going to be a little bit of footage at the end of me and Hobbycraft and maybe trying to sort my threads out and bits and bobs. So I'm probably going to leave it here for today, guys, and I've got a big day tomorrow. I'll probably pop up on Instagram. I'm just me under my own name on Instagram, Emily Brind. So I'll probably post a couple of times tomorrow as I'm on the train, because it's going to be really exciting for me, because I don't go anywhere really, and if I go anywhere I'm in my own car, aren't I? But I'm not tomorrow, I'm going on the train. So we'll see how I get on, and yeah, I think that's me for now, guys. I will catch you soon. You have a really good stitchy week, and I'm going to do some stitching now. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye. Thanks ever so much for watching me. Bye bye. Ooh, that's not the button. Why can't I ever find the button? Oh my god, you guys, I'm back. Hang on. I just went downstairs to take the camera to Robin, and look what's arrived. It's here. I'm not even going to apologise for the crunkly noise. Here's my bag. I've got my bag and it's just arrived. Oh my word. Oh, I know what I'm putting my stitching in tomorrow. Oh my god, it's printed both sides. Okay, there's a side I can't show you. Oh my god, look, isn't it the most amazing thing? Just making sure I've got it the right way round. Look, look, there it is. And the other side has got the alternative piece on it. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Yay! Want this to be my screen grab. Please be my screen grab. I shall force it to be my screen grab. Thank you, Jules. That's just arrived. That's so much fun. And a little bag from Amazon. I'm sure we've all got one of these. Just because my post just arrived, I may as well open my post. Another crinkly label. There we go. Just a little bag from Amazon to put my lunch and my coffee cup, my phone, my purse, because I'm not a grown-up and I don't have a bag. But now I have a bag for my stitching and a bag for tomorrow. I'm sorted. I'm so pleased. I can't believe that arrived while I was doing my Flosstube. And that is Opening Gambit, and that is going up there as soon as I find a bit of sticky tape. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Oh, it's so naughty. Hey Belle, and here's a Bellaboo to say bye bye. Bye bye. Say goodbye, Bellaboo. I'll catch you later, guys. Bye. I'm the one. Why do I want to go exactly the same colour? What's this one? Ooh, tiny blues. Oh, does that look that? Oh, it's not quite. So an old friend, isn't that? Oh, no, that's good. Yeah. Okay, no.